Why does the black man serve the white man? Why does everything the black man do benefit the white man? Why does the black man say freedom is doing what I want to do? And why is it that everything he wants to do enriches the European?
Welcome to the desert of the real.
You know, I think I need to do another talking point smash because one of the things, this is one of the biggest contradictions in the so-called conscious community. And they always try to use Liberia as this example of the Western mindset. Well, let me ask you a question. If you're so anti-Western mindset, why are you staying in America? If I'm going to play devil's advocate and say, all right, the Western mindset is the problem. How are you going to get rid of the Western mindset if you're going to stay in the fucking West? So leaving the West and going to Africa is unacceptable, but staying in the West but being anti-Western mindset makes more sense. So I'm going to stay in the crack house, but I'm not going to do crack. I'm going to go to an alcohol store for lunch, but I'm not going to drink it. I'm going to give me food, give me a plate, give me eating utensils, but you better not eat off that plate.
You better not. Don't touch that shit.
This is what we're dealing with. These are the fucking geniuses that people are listening to. Western mindset. Every time I hear that,
and to add to your point, Holip, about the Western mindset, if you're so anti-West, if Africans were so anti-West, why are they still Christian? Why are they Muslim?
Oh man!
Come
on, Jabari.
I keep bringing this up, and I keep bringing this up on Instagram. And one person brought it up when they were talking about LGBT rights in Africa and Ghana. One of the comments was, he says, "I find it laughable that Ghanaians will talk about, you know, LGBT being Western, but then will quote a Bible verse as if Africans in pre-colonial Africa were worshiping the Bible."
I have some Bible quotes verses that I want to quote about how shrimp is an abomination.
But you still eat it,
but I still see niggas going straight from the church to Red Lobster. So shut the fuck up about this abomination bullshit. You don't even believe the shit that you talking. Niggas, like these black Christians want to pick and choose which part of the Bible they want to worship.
They want to worship.
The Bible also said you shouldn't be cutting your fucking beard. The Bible also said you shouldn't be mixing fabrics. According to the Bible that you quote all the fucking time, it's an abomination. But you have no problem with that abomination. Stop it. Just stop. Stop.
Yeah, it's like
what it is.
Quote
it's just,
that Western mindset. You quote that Western mindset, but then I can find 1,000 other Africans who literally said the exact same thing, and you won't say a single thing. Like you use that for us, but when we bring up, like I said, with the Zulus abroad, when they were talking about, oh, I'm going here to assimilate, to Christianize the African population. These were Zulus, though. Zulus in South Africa, talking about they were going to bring Christianity to South Africa. We don't view that as being colonizers or having a Western mindset. We just say, oh, those are Zulus. But when it's us, everybody says we're bringing the Western mentality. First of all, why are you treating us like we're not Africans?
You know what I say, Jabari? You damn right. You damn right. I'm bringing my Western mentality. Because my Western mentality, you know what my Western mentality wants? My Western mentality wants running fucking water. My Western mentality wants electricity that stays on 24 hours a day. My Western mentality wants roads and highways. So you goddamn right. My Western mentality wants to be in a place where I have AC.
Yeah.
Well, when it's cold, I have heat. That's what my Western mentality wants. And you know what? You goddamn right.
You know what, Holla? You just said something that made me think about. There was a time where I was doing some kind of community meeting or something, and I started talking about like, no, we don't need other people in our meetings. This needs to be all black. No, we don't need to be asking people for money. If people want it, the people need to come together and build their own money. And I just started going off points like that. And somebody had said, man, that sounds like some white people stuff. And I was like, listen, if being in control of ourselves and taking care of ourselves is white people shit, I am Caucasian. How about that? like every time it's seriously though, every time it comes to something about being in power and being in control of our own self and doing it for ourselves, that's one of the lamest comebacks. Oh man, that's some white people stuff. Why we can't have other people? Man, how about we just take care of ourselves? Like, why does that have to got anything to do about white people? That's called self-preservation.
Look at Woe Baby's
this?
comment. Look at Woe Baby's comment.
Yeah. How about this? Because Jabari speaks about this all the time. Why is it that just because you have like European culture, is every fucking aspect of it a bad thing? Like, is there certain things that, like, when you see another culture is doing something and it works, why not take it? Why not take it? What's wrong with Europeans have this mentality, and especially Western Europeans have this mentality that what they say, the reasonable man adapts to the world that's around them. The unreasonable man expects the world to adapt to them. They have the unreasonable man mindset that if something is not working for them, they want to make that shit work for them. They're not going to adapt to the bad situation and change their behavior to the bad. No, they're going to make the situation work for them. What's wrong with having that mentality?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Let me add something real quick. Whenever I hear Africans from anywhere talk about like what this whole Western mindset is, let's be honest. They don't really know what the Western mindset is, considering they have that same Western mindset themselves. They think that the whole Western mindset is, oh, I want to do whatever, like make my surroundings better, this and that, even if it's in an atmosphere that we're not really familiar with. They don't know that the real Western mindset is like coming to a place that you don't know, taking advantage of people, and that's basically it. And basically tricking them into believing shit that's not true. Like that's the real Western mindset. Christianity and Islam are examples of that.
Let me give you some trivia. Let me give you some trivia. Most people don't know this. Bruce Lee studied Kung Fu, right? Basically Chinese. But one of his best friends was Chuck Norris. Chuck Norris was a karate guy from the West. Bruce Lee, at the time, didn't believe in kicking above the waist. Because he said, like, his whole thing was about getting to the quickest point fastest, the closest thing to you and hitting that. So he didn't do high kicks. He only did kicks at the waist or below. And Chuck Norris said to him, you should be able to kick any way you want to kick. Kick low, kick high, whatever. So he learned through Chuck Norris, because him and Chuck Norris used to spar all the time. So that's how he developed his high kick. Bruce Lee didn't say, oh, that's karate. I'm Chinese. I can't learn that. You take from whatever is the most effective and you use that shit. Because guess what? At the end of the day, it's you that's doing it.
All right. That's in our laying commandments. I forgot which one it was, but basically,
Exactly.
take what's useful and discard what's useless.
Right.
Exactly. Well, that's called being smart, man.
Right.
No matter what I'm doing.
It was like the Holip video where I had to go respond, and I said, just because they had a Western mindset doesn't mean they were anti-African. Okay, they understood when they went there that many parts of Africa were not as developed as the Western United States was. So they quickly said, okay, let us bring some of the skills that we have so that we could develop Liberia. It's the same thing what happened with Japan. Japan escaped colonization, but how did they do it? They westernized. They realized when they opened up, because originally many Japanese people refused to open up. It was called Sakoku, isolation. And in 1853, the U.S. naval commander, Commodore, basically demanded that they open up their country. And basically, the Japanese realized, we can't compete with these guys. We don't have a functioning navy. We still have a samurai system. We're still running on horseback. We're using swords. We got to industrialize and westernize everything. So what did they start doing? They started bringing in German scientists, American scientists, Russian scientists, and they overthrew the Tokugawa shogunate. And when they overthrew that and the Emperor Meiji was established, Japan went from having literally a backwards country still on samurai on horse to, at the beginning of World War II, having the second largest naval fleet on the planet. That no Western nation, they were the first, other than Ethiopia, to beat a major European power and actually be a regional power. Mm-hmm. But they understood, okay, we have to adopt these Western scientific standards and this Western sort of social system, or we're going to get conquered.
Bingo.
The Japanese weren't waiting, saying, "Oh well, we're bringing in the white man's mentality." They was like, "Nope, we're trying our country to survive and protect our interests, and if that means that we're gonna have to get rid of the samurais, get rid of the daimyos, getting rid of all that, and we gotta do a Western style military, then it's just gonna have to be."
There you go. And you know what? The people that push this Western mindset shit, they think that development is actually European.
Disgusting.
Right.
The mere concept of developing your nation is a European concept. In their mind, that's what they think.
Mm-hmm.
So if you want to keep it real, no running water in Africa, no developed roads and highways,
no constant electricity.
No, that's not African. What you should be is in squalor. Then you are real African. I mean, this is what people actually think.
You should be in squalor praying to God. That's what many of us think, unfortunately.
Fatty Black said it right. Yeah, they think modernization is European.
Matter of fact, Jabari, you made a point that people should understand the difference between modernization versus westernization a while back.
Yeah, like modernization simply means to go to the modern time and having advanced technologies. We don't have first generation fighter jets. We're on the 5th generation, 6th generation fighter jets. Nobody, like Holip said, when we switch from analog to digital, nobody uses analog anymore. Nobody wants to use analog anymore. Nobody uses telegrams anymore. Nobody uses typewriters anymore. Nobody uses that because people want to live in the modern world. They want to live in a society that's free of arduous labor. People don't want to work all these hours when they could just do something cheaply. People don't want dirty water. People don't want, not have adequate medical care. They want advanced medical care. They want to be able to live as long as possible. They want to be able to have advanced technologies. They want to be innovators. And like Fly Guy said, you can innovate your country without giving up your African culture. It's that simple. Right. The fact that we conflate science with conflict with African spirituality, that doesn't make any sense. You merge the two. It's called syncretism. You merge the two. You merge African spirituality with science. So,
and
go ahead.
And that's another thing that people should have gotten out of Black Panther.
Right. No, but the only thing they saw was because they got white man on the brain disease. The only thing they saw was the white man in the ship, even though that one white man was actually helping them in their fight, their cause. And then after he helped them, guess what? He got the fuck up out of Wakanda and went back to his own country. He had zero power. Zero power in their country. But these people actually believe that the white man is Thanos. That we say it as a joke. They believe that.
Fatty Black said, some sister from Cameroon said Africa's soil is not meant for skyscrapers.
Wait, what? Are you fucking kidding me?
You have skyscrapers right now in Africa. What is she talking about?
No, African soil is meant for what? Starving kids? That's what it's meant for?
I can't believe this, man.
These people are fucking, like I said, we're listening to the wrong people. These people are morons. These people don't know what they're talking about, and we need to stop listening to them. Our lives should have hundreds and thousands of people listening to it because there ain't nobody, they're not going to get this anywhere else.
Right.
But the people that should be listening to us are probably listening to a Kevin Samuels video right now. They don't fucking care about anybody talking about anything relevant. All they want is entertainment and drama and bullshit.
You can't compare to the status right here. Legendary worldwide, we can battle right here. Listen, Junior, I'ma tear back your wig. This ain't TV, but I'll show you what a fear factor is. Stop grilling me, and all that fronting is killing me. You leave me no choice but to hurt your feelings, G.
About to slap rappers around and bruise the game.